The Bikini Atoll nuclear tests illuminate the dangerous trajectory of a dominant power's unilateral decisions. Such decisions, often resulting from a disregard for the well-being of marginalized communities and the environment, reflect a stark deviation from the teachings of Jesus that emphasize compassion, justice, and respect for all creation. Delving into the complexities of this event through the non-linear and retrospective triads uncovers consequences that can serve as a reminder of the importance of equity, humanity, and respect for all forms of life. From the lens of the non-linear triad, the selection of Bikini Atoll can be observed as a calculated decision taken by the authorities, considering factors that suited their interests, avoiding the potential social and environmental impacts. They initiated the nuclear experiment, disregarding the indigenous inhabitants' rights and welfare, which led to the irreversible destruction of a vibrant ecosystem. The decision superseded a non-linear sequence, bypassing the step where empathy and concern for the inhabitants and the environment could have averted the subsequent disaster. The retrospective triad, on the other hand, sheds light on the hindsight factors that the incident presented. By identifying it as a non-self-governing territory, the decision-makers implied that the societal and environmental impacts on the island were of less significance than the strategic value it offered for nuclear testing. This disregard for potential consequences amplified the adverse effects of the nuclear fallout. The lessons drawn from these analyses align with the teachings of Jesus, stressing respect for all forms of life and the equal distribution of justice. The treatment of the Bikinian people and their island contradicts Jesus' call for empathy, as depicted in scriptures like Mark 12:31, "Love your neighbor as yourself," emphasizing treating all beings with dignity and kindness. The arbitrary categorization of territories and communities goes against the grain of Jesus' perspective on equity, as he states in Matthew 5:45, "He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous." It underscores that geographical divisions don't diminish the inherent value of any human life or environment, a fundamental principle these historical decisions chose to ignore. Examining these events in the light of Jesus' teachings serves as a stark reminder of the overarching obligations we bear as part of a global community. We must learn from these historical decisions and the profound harm they cause to vulnerable communities and pivot towards impartiality, respect, and empathy in future decisions. The values Jesus espouses remind us that wisdom, justice, and compassion should characterize our actions, ensuring equity and fair treatment of all members in the society, regardless of artificial divisions.